You start crying. You can't eat right. You can't train. You can't even go to work because you liked her so much. You put her on a pedestal because of her beauty and because she's pretty and because she has a nice body, a nice bum. When there's millions, billions of women have the same thing. So what made her different? Because she had a nice body, she had a nice smile, and then what happens is that you guys end up getting your heart broken for these reasons. You know, this is what happens all the time. It happens all the time. You know, so that's why she has to like you more, because more chance when she likes you more, there's more of a respect factor. There's more respect there. There's more recognition. There's more value there because she knows you like her. So this is what you guys need to understand, man. Don't about the not pursuing her thing. Make sure she pursues you. She has to pursue you, innit? More than you pursue her. You know when women say, I don't chase man, the man's meant to chase me. I don't want to be chasing no man. That's the biggest lie they'll tell you. You gotta be chasing, they gotta be chasing you. You're the catch, innit? They gotta be chasing you as a man. You can't be chasing them. You know? But the thing is, right, you simps have normalized men chasing them. This is what's happened, innit? You simps have caused this for yourself, man. I'm messed up for guys like me. Or in a way messed up for guys like me. Can I be alpha and do hookups? No, but first of all, there's no such thing as being an alpha male. All this alpha male shit and this beta male shit, this don't even exist. You're either a man or you're not a man, innit? You're either a man or you're not a man. I can't lie, crying in front of a woman's mind though, she's a real one. No, you can't cry in front of a woman, bro. You cannot do that, G. Unless it's something bad, maybe you lost your mom, maybe you lost your dad. No, you can't cry in front of a woman, man. It's just something you cannot do. You know, but if you guys don't want to hear it and like, oh, you think it's okay to cry, then do it, man. I think it's more safe to cry in front of your mom, even your dad. Yeah, obviously your Marge, bro, because majority of mothers love unconditionally. But you just can't cry in front of your girl. You can, but I just don't think you should make it a habit. You don't want to make it a habit. You don't want to make it a habit. But I think prevention is better than cure. So I think as a man, you have to understand you can't cry in front of your woman. You just cannot do it. You just cannot do it. Because there's a high chance she can use it against you. There's a high chance she can use it against you. You know, so you don't want to be doing that. Because what you don't understand about women is that when they get angry, they lash out verbally. So she could just throw it back in your face and be like, oh, you know, remember when you cried in front of me? Remember when I lent you money? No, you don't want to. See, when you cry, it's not like she'll use it against you. But when you cry, you're giving them leverage. You're giving them leverage in the relationship when you cry. You're giving them some sort of leverage. You know? That's why you should never cry. It's a form of leverage you're giving them. Even though they might not use the leverage against you, they can use it against you. And then what happens is that you have resentment. You don't have any trust and be vulnerable to her anymore. So the best thing to do as a man is just be a man that cries to your brothers, cries to your mom, even cry to God. Cry in the gym. Lift weights in the gym and cry. That's better than doing that. Vulnerability and openness actually build trust and deeper connections in any relationship. Yeah, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that at all. But I just think you have to be vulnerable in the right way. You don't have to cry as a man to be vulnerable. People need to get off this stigma that, oh, if you don't cry, that means you're not vulnerable. No, you can be vulnerable and still not cry. You can be vulnerable but still be a strong guy. You can be vulnerable but still express how you feel in a mature, masculine way. You know? So, yeah. Have you taken a breakup? Everyone's been through some breakups. Have I been heartbroken by a woman before? No, I've never been heartbroken by a woman. Have I been rejected by a woman? I've been rejected before. But I've never been heartbroken by them, really and truly. I'll be very honest with you lot. You know, I'll be very honest with you. But I've been rejected before, 100%. Never cry. Damola's right. I lost a girl after I cried for her for 5 hours. Yeah, that's the biggest rookie mistake you can make. Never cry for 5 hours. You know, because I don't know what it is. They just get the ick from it. They get the ick in it. When you start crying like that, they just get the ick. They just don't see you the same way. They can't see you the same way. You know. I never said a man shouldn't cry. I never said that. Now you're lying. What I said. Did I say a man shouldn't cry? If you heard what I said before, I said a man should cry in front of his boys. I never said a man shouldn't cry. I just don't think you should cry in front of a woman. That's what I said. You know. The only woman that you should cry in front of is your mum. Comfortably. Comfortably. Cry in front of your mum if you have to, but don't cry in front of your girl. Women don't care if you cry. That's what I never said they don't care. It's just that it's not like you don't care. You care, but you care when it suits you. You don't when everything's going against you. Yes, say for example you have an argument. Your man tells you to get out of the house, or yes, say a man comes and stays at your place, and you have a mad argument, and you're like, get out. You can just say, oh, you remember when you cried in front of me? That can be your whole power and leverage in a relationship. You know, so I just don't like to give it any power and leverage. I just don't like doing it. So I would rather not cry in front of my woman and cry in front of my boy, or even cry to myself. There's nothing wrong with a man crying to yourself. As a man, you have to be your biggest therapist. You have to be your biggest therapist as a man. It's not a good test, bro. It's not a good test at all. You don't need to test a woman. You need to understand how women are and how men are. Men and women are very different. You need to understand that. Stop this, I got a tester. No, man. No. What are you saying, E? What's good, bro? Yeah, I'm good, man. It's cooling, man. You can't be yourself in front of them. Stop. This is another thing. Stop saying you can be yourself. You can't be yourself. You can't be a simp and get respect. You can't be overweight and get respect. You can't be a broke man and get respect. You can't be a man that's out of shape and get respect. You can't get a man that gets beat up in front of your boys and gets respect. You can't be yourself. You have to be a valuable man. You can't wake up one day and be like, I just want to be myself and eat donuts all day. No, you can't be like that. I get what you mean in terms of have your own personality, have your own charisma, but you cannot be your own self. You cannot be yourself. You know, so you might need to come off this mentality about, I can be myself. No, you can't. You know what's more healthy as a man? Instead of crying in front of your woman, right? Go to the gym, take up some sort of boxing, judo, combat sport, whatever. That's more healthy, than crying in front of your woman. That is more of a masculine thing to do. That's more of a manly thing to do. Go to the gym and lift weights. If I'm pissed or angry, or I'm angry about something, I'm gonna go to the gym. The same way women go to their friends when they're upset, we go to the gym when we're upset. That's how we are. We operate differently to them. They don't operate how we operate. So you got to put that into consideration. Boxer for 3 years. See, boxer for 3 years, never been angry in them years. Like, oh yeah, you're not gonna be angry because you're letting off. You know how much testosterone you're releasing and how much anger and emotion you're releasing, negative emotion when you box. Because boxing is not easy, bro. It's not easy. Why can't a man never cry in front of a woman? Unless you're at a funeral. Like I said, I don't think you should cry. I never said you can't cry. I don't think you should cry. Because unfortunately, majority of women use it against us. That's why we can't do it. Any form of leverage or power you lot get, you use it too much. So we can't give you that leverage. It's sad. It's not sad. Not sad because it's your nature. How can I be sad about how you were born? God made you like this. So I can't be angry or sad. I just accept your lot's nature. We are all human beings, but also human nature is human nature. Just assumptions, not assumptions. That's what everyone says. Oh, it's just assumptions. That's not true, Damola. It is true. You know, I'm not stressed at all. I'm not stressed at all. I'm just talking facts. You have to, as a man, you have to be your biggest therapist. You can't depend on a woman for your for your emotional stability. You have to be emotionally stable for yourself. You know, a lot of you men are in relationships, right? What you saying, Clams, bro? What's good, bro? A lot of you lot are in relationships as a man, and you're not even happy in that relationship. A lot of you lot are insecure. You're angry at yourself. You don't love yourself. You ask for a woman to validate you, rate you out of 10. You don't like how you look, and you're in a relationship. It doesn't make any sense. Listen, let me tell you one thing about women, right? They don't like insecure men. When you're a man that's insecure, right, it's not a good look. It's not a man. An insecure man cannot lead a woman. A secure man can lead a woman. So when you start crying, right, and being emotional all the time and vulnerable, it's just not a good look. You have to know how to control your emotions. If you're emotional, go to your brother, go to your mom, go to your dad, even go to the gym, do boxing. But you don't want to be whining and whinging to your girl all the time. It's not attractive, bro. You know. But yes, but I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Just cooling, man. Just cooling. Women don't stay with men for the men in this generation. You know the thing is about a lot of men, we've gotten very weak and soft. You know, that's the problem. We've been emasculated. We've been emasculated so much, man. I've not been emasculated, but men in general have been emasculated. You know, you lost your willpower, man. You lost your strength. There's no strength in you lot nowadays, man. There's no strength in you lot, bro. Would rather a man that cries over a man with anger issues who never resolved it? You know the thing with me, T, right? I know my worth as a man. Women will pursue me, right? Right. When you're a high value man that's attractive, women will come and pursue you. It's easier. When you're attractive in shape, it's very much easier. So women can pursue men. You just don't pursue any man. You'll pursue the right type of man. A man that you respect and value in your life, you will pursue that guy because you value that guy. So yes, a woman should pursue me. Yes, they should. That's my own confidence in myself. Yeah, you should pursue me. I'm not going to be chasing any woman. Who am I to be chasing you? You pursue me. You want me. You pursue me. You know? Some of you women need to have more confidence in yourself as well. You see a man that's handsome, go and approach him. I find you handsome. I find you attractive. What's your number? Let's go out to get some food. More of you women need to do that. A lot of you just wait for a man to go up to you. Go and approach a man sometimes. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing masculine about a woman approaching a man. Have some confidence about yourself. Be confident in yourself. You know, because sometimes a handsome guy might not always see you. You might be in a shopping store, Tesco, Aldi, right? And you might not see him, approach him. It's not masculine. It's only masculine if you approach it in a masculine manner. Be feminine about it. Just smile at him, approach him, be like, hi, what's your name? My name is Kalisha. What's your name? Oh, your name's Marlon. That's feminine. I've had a woman approach me before, very feminine way. Wasn't masculine at all. You lot will never do it because your ego's too big. That's why majority of a lot are single, because your ego is very big. Sometimes you've got to drop your ego. You might get rejected, but have more confidence in yourself. Because one thing I realized, why does a man always have to approach? Why can't a woman approach? Because, let me tell you one thing, I've seen very attractive men get approached by women. If you're an attractive guy, you will get approached by women. Listen, if you're a handsome guy, you've got a nice smile, you have good charisma, right? And you carry yourself confidently and you're calm. Because women don't like men that are too angry and too aggressive, right? So if you're calm and you have a nice positive demeanor and you have a friendly demeanor, you'll get approached. You'll get approached. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it happen before. You know? Women don't approach men are desperate. No, that's your ego. There's nothing desperate about approaching a man. What it is that a lot of you women have very inflated egos because of simps. A lot of simps have gassed you lot set up. And what's happened now is you don't think you need to approach a man. That's what the thing is. It's like, for example, a date. Why does a man have to spend money on a date all the time? Why can't we go for a picnic? Why can't we go for a healthy date? Why is it always got to be the man that takes you on a nice date? Why can't it be a woman that says, let's go here, let's go there, you know? But it's sad, man. A lot of men don't know their worth. A lot of women don't know their worth. High value women are confident. That's one thing. High value women are confident. High value women are very confident in themselves. A high value woman can look at a handsome guy and approach him and be like, "Hi, babe, what's your name?" That's a high value woman. All this ego for no reason, it doesn't make any sense. It don't make any sense. It don't save you anything. I don't call myself high value Bex, do I? I let my results speak for itself. I don't need any woman to see my value. You either see my value or you don't. If all you women said I'm high value right now, low value right now, I wouldn't care. Because I know who I am as a man. I don't need to convince you lot if I'm high value or not. You lot decide that for yourself. I don't need to convince anybody who I am. I know who I am, that's the main thing. What are your results? I don't get girls, that's my results. I don't get any woman. I get no girls at all. That's my results. Women care about looks more than anything. Women care more about looks than men. I'll tell you that for free. I never said I want a woman to take me on a date. I said that I don't have to always be a guy to be splashing money. Why do I have to blow my bank account for a woman? Why? Why can't she get to know me? Why can't we just go to a nice picnic? Why can't we go to a nice cafe or a coffee shop and chat like a normal human being? Why have I got to take her to this nice restaurant, this nice bar? Why? I just don't operate like that, you know? That's not my morals. That's not how I operate. I don't try to impress women materialistically. I impress women by who I am, by my energy, how I carry myself, how I present myself, my charisma. I don't rely on money to get women. I rely on my charisma to get women. That's the problem with you, man. You don't have charisma. You use money, right? Money is very important. You have money, you can get any woman you want. Listen, if you're making over six figures a year as a man, you can get any woman you want. But money does not define you as a man unless you have other things that define you. You can't just let money lead you. A lot of you guys have money, you're attractive, but there's no confidence on you. And that's why you don't get women. So we need to stop idolizing these money and shit, idolizing it. Make money, build value, but don't put money on a pedestal. 6 figures can get you any woman you want. Do you know 6 figures puts you in the 5% of men? That can get you any woman you want. The more money you make as a man, the more you can get any woman you want. Woman, the main thing women like, right, is stability, financial stability, good appearance, nice grooming, nice hygiene, and good charisma. Make her laugh. Be good in bed. You got all those things as a man, you can get any woman you want. More majority of women, 95% of women you can get. Easily. Women want security, 100%. Bex, you don't know me personally, innit? So I wouldn't get so personal, man. You don't know me personally. If you want emotionally mature man doesn't need to splash money. An emotionally mature man is confident in himself. You know, that's emotionally mature man. So you're not listening, bro. Everything. I never said 6 figures will make you get any woman. I said 6 figures helps you get any woman. But you have to have more than money. You don't listen. I can tell you don't listen. You don't listen, bro. This is your sport. You don't listen. You don't need to listen more. That's the thing. This is why a lot of you lot are struggling in life. You don't listen. Sometimes when someone's speaking, right, listen to what they're saying before you respond to what they're saying. You lot don't listen. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't need to understand when I'm speaking. Just listen to what I'm saying. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but just listen to what I'm saying. To the context of what I'm saying. If you make over 6 figures a year, you're above average. Any man that's above average won't struggle getting a woman. If you're tall, if you've got a good height, you're tall, whatever, you have good skin, nice hair, nice teeth, nice body, you dress good, you smell good, you'll get any woman you want. It's not hard to get any woman you want. You just need to be confident. First thing is confidence. Second of all is your looks. Third of all is how you dress and your height, right? If you're a man that's above 5'10", you're already laughing. 6 foot, you're laughing. Over 6'1", you're laughing. 6'2", you're laughing. 6'3", 6'4", you're laughing. So you lot need to understand value varies in number of ways. See what I mean? I'm doing him a favor by accepting the other date. You're not doing him a favor, you're doing yourself a favor. Because let me tell you one thing right now. If you're dating a man that's better than you in life, he's making more money than you, he's taller than you, he's better looking than you, he's doing you a favor by going on a date with you. You ain't doing him a favor. This is what you lot don't understand. This is why I don't take women on. This is why I don't like. This is why I tell you, men, stop taking women on these dates, right? A lot of these women have entitled attitude, right? I'm doing him a favor. No, you're doing yourself a favor. You're doing yourself a favor. About I'm doing him a favor. What are you talking about? I'm doing him a favor. What? This it's a madness, bruv. Women have turned crazy, bruv. You see, as men, we don't need love. We want respect. We don't need anything. See, as a man, I don't need anything from you. You give me what you want to give me. I don't need anything from you. If you want to give me respect, give me respect. If you don't want to give me respect, don't give me respect. But just know the door's out here. The door's always is always in front of you. You don't want to show me respect, you always got a chance to leave. So I don't need women to show me love. Listen, one thing we want as men is respect. The two priorities we want as men is peace and respect. We don't want your love. You lot want love. Women want love. We don't want love. We want respect and peace. So you don't need to understand, right? All we want from you is peace and respect. That's all we need from you. Peace and respect. You give us peace and respect and we'll give you the world. That's how we are. We don't want love. We don't need love. We as men, you lot need love from us. We don't want your love. We want respect and peace. That's what we want. When a man comes back from the house, all we want is some peace and respect. You respect my rules, I respect you. You love me, I love you, you respect me. Simple as that. Hello?
Hello.
What's good, man?
Hi. Is my
Hi.
voice? Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, Helen.
Okay. Hi,
Yeah, I can hear you
girl.
still.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to ask, like, are you in a relationship or like?
I don't disclose private things on TikTok.
Hmm.
I'm a very private guy. What was your purpose of it anyway? What are you getting at? Because I'm a low key guy.
Not
I
really
don't
private
I don't
though.
know. It just feels like you don't really have much experience in
I don't.
relationships.
You're right.
Like the
I
way you
don't
just
get.
come across, like you're on TikTok at
I
2
don't. You're right. I don't get
p.m.
girls. You're right.
talking
I
about.
don't get. I don't get any woman. You're right. I don't get no girls. But what do you want to come in and say? I want to be productive. I don't want it to get personal. So what do you actually want to come in and say?
I feel like everything on there just encourages femininity in men.
Exactly. It's
How?
like
How?
you want to be the female. You want
Exactly.
to be. You want to be chased. Like that's your role as
Yeah.
the man. You're the man.
I didn't
You're
say, I
meant to
didn't
go after
say,
the female.
one sec.
Yeah.
We're gonna be respectful because I will kick off both of you right now. We're gonna be respectful. We're gonna be respectful. Because you
That
see with
is
me,
giving
another thing is,
ego. Is giving
it's
rude.
not ego. It's not ego. You know why? Because
Okay.
I like my peace. I'm chilling
Okay,
in bed
boss
and I'm a
man.
peaceful.
All right, carry on.
One sec. Let's relax, calm down, just chill. I'm relaxed and chilled. This is the thing with women as well. You
Oh,
don't need to.
why do you always
One sec.
You're
You
so
don't need to understand how to
condescending.
have a conversation with a real man, right? What
A
happens is,
real
right, what you
man.
lot do, one sec, what you lot do is you come into live chats with men and you start causing conflict. I'm chill, I'm in a very calm state right now. So just keep it that way, right? You can say your bit, your little attacks on me, your attacks on me, I don't care. I'm a very secure man. But
okay? So
I just feel like I'm just gonna add one thing
one
because
sec, I'm not
I
finished
feel
what I'm
like
saying.
the
I'm not
more
finished
you
what I'm
say
saying.
you are something, the less you
I
are
wasn't
that.
finished what I'm saying. I wasn't finished what I'm saying. I wasn't finished what I'm saying, so don't cut me off, please.
Bro, you're giving.
I'm
It's
not
giving
finished. I'm
feminine
not finished what
energy.
I'm saying.
All right,
I'm
go on.
not
Just
finished what
finish.
I'm saying. Stop cutting me off,
Okay.
please. Stop cutting
You
me off when
what?
I'm speaking.
Bro,
Just go on mute if you have to, but just control it. I'm not finished what I'm
it's
saying.
giving closet. But
So my point is right now is you can come on here respectful. I'll listen to what you're gonna say, but just be respectful. We're not
Okay,
gonna
what
come
as
in
a
here.
man do you bring to the table?
One sec.
No, because you've been saying the same thing like three,
You're
four
still
times.
doing it.
Just
You're still doing it. See what I
it
mean?
doesn't
You're
it
just trying
doesn't
to cause
matter because
drama.
you're saying the same thing. Okay, go on. Oh my god.
Listen. Just learn, right? To just learn to
Okay,
think
Dad.
before you say something. What do you actually want to come in here and productively bring to the conversation? Let's start off that.
What are
Make
you
sure
bringing
she's
productive?
So you can't even answer my question. What do you want to bring productive to the conversation?
There's
What
nothing
do
that
you
you're
actually want
bringing
to
that's
say? What point
productive.
do you want to say, right? That I can answer and challenge you what you're saying. Then we can have a conversation.
It's all the points on there. Like, make sure she
What is
tells
you
you
lot?
she
What
likes
is
you
your
first.
lot's point? What do you want to
Okay,
come in and
let's just
say?
go through what you're saying.
Yeah, point
Make
by
sure
point.
she likes you first.
Right.
Why so? Why is it that you need to make sure she likes you first?
Again,
What so then you can get away with
I
doing
can tell
dumb
your
shit
tone's a bit.
and then she's gonna like you so much to the point she's gonna be forgiving
Second
and
of
do
all,
this and do that and then be fine with the bare minimum. Okay, never cry in front of a woman.
I'm telling you to one thing. I'm saying one sec. Just relax. You're very uptight. Just chill.
I'm
Just
not.
you are. I can
It's
tell.
just my
One sec.
personality itself.
No.
It's just
But
how I am.
you're
There's
not
nothing
gonna
wrong
put.
with it. Like,
You're not gonna put your personality on my life. What I'm saying
Damola,
to you.
why can't she
bro,
speak? Why can't she speak?
why
I'm gonna give you
why
lot
is it
one
a
more
threat to
chance.
you?
I'm gonna give you lot one more chance because with me, I'm a very peaceful guy in it. I don't like conflict in my life. If you can't come in and show me respect, I'm gonna kick both of you off. You got one last chance. I'm
Okay,
not gonna say
fair.
it again. I was gonna
Let's
answer
do
your
it as you
question.
say. Go
I
on.
was gonna answer your question. Just relax, chill.
We're
Just relax.
chill.
You're not chill. Just relax. Let me answer the question then. You asked me. Make
Okay,
sure she
go
likes
on.
you first. Yeah, and I'm gonna answer your question. Right. The reason why is because women don't value what's accessible to them. You lot don't want what comes easy to you, right? Once a man, by the way, how old are you both, by the way, before I actually even entertain this?
I'm
Like
23.
How old are you?
19.
No, how old are you, Halen?
I'm 23.
You're 23. Okay, cool. Right? The woman always has to like the man more than the man likes her, right? Because women are more emotional than men are. When a man loves a woman more and likes a woman more, that's a man that's very emotionally vulnerable towards you. If I ask you lot both a question right now, do you lot want a leader?
No,
Yeah.
we're both human beings. We can both lead our own selves and then we come
Answer my
together.
question.
That's not how it's meant to be
Okay, you know what?
anyways. You're not
Have a
meant to
good
be
day.
my leader.
Have a good day. You lot can come off. Both come off still. I don't indulge in drama, man. I gave you lot two chances. Do you know? I gave you lot two chances, man. I was too lenient to you lot. When you want to come under manners, then I can let you back on my life. You know what I mean? Because the thing is with me, I shouldn't need to keep raising my voice or using my energy, right, to tell you to stop speaking over me. It's just simple respect you lot don't have. This is why you lot are single. This is why guys don't even entertain you lot. For these reasons. Because you're too much for guys. You're too much for them. Why should a high value man deal with this energy when he comes back to the house? Why? Like, we don't need to deal with this. You know, so I'm gonna start setting a standard. Kick you both off. Because you lot don't want to come in and have a conversation. You don't want to come in and argue and just rant and cause drama. I'm not about the drama. I'm about peace and respect. You can't show me peace and respect, you're not the one for me. Respectfully. So that's your last chance. Your last time in this life. You know? Hello?
Hey,
What's good?
nothing much. I have a question.
We're gonna be respectful?
Yeah,
And is it gonna be about me? It's gonna be personal, or is it gonna be a genuine conversation about the topic?
just a general conversation.
But it's not gonna be personal, is it?
Not personal.
Okay, cool. What's the question?
My question is the third point.
The
When you
first
said
point.
don't pursue her,
Yeah, go ahead.
make sure she pursues you.
Yeah. What do you want to ask?
My question is, aren't men supposed to pursue the woman?
No.
Why
Because
is that?
how old are you, by the way, first?
I'm 24.
You're 24. Are you currently dating, if you don't mind me asking?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. Are you aware of hypergamy?
Sorry?
Are you aware of hypergamy? Hypergamy.
What does that mean? Sorry.
So, ideally, would you want a man who makes more money than you?
I don't mind.
And answer my question. See what I mean? Deflection. Ideally, would you want a man to make more money than you?
Yeah.
Hypergamy. Do you want a man that's taller than you?
Even if he's the same height as me,
Do
it's
you
not
want
a
a man
problem.
that's taller than you, preferably? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Hypergamy. Do you want a man that is stronger than you?
Yeah.
Hypergamy. Do you want a man that's a leader?
Of course.
Do you want a man that is more emotionally resilient than you are? Is able to control his emotions more than you are because your emotions are always fluctuating because of your periods and pregnancy and all that. Do you want a man that's more stable emotionally than you?
Yeah.
Hypergamy. Do you want a man who's more bigger than you physically?
He can be smaller. There's no
No,
problem.
that's my question. Preferably, do you want a man that's more bigger than you, wider than you?
No.
You don't want a man that's wider than you?
No.
You don't want a man with bigger shoulders than you?
Yeah.
You want a man with bigger shoulders than you, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, that's hypergamy. So that's what hypergamy is, right? So you want a man that is more dominant than you. You want a man that's doing better than you in life. Does that make sense? You look want security. You're 24, right?
Yeah.
So you're getting older. You're not young anymore. You're young. You're still young. You're still in your prime, but you're getting old. You're getting towards your late 20s now. So you want a man that is stable. So, yes, for example, are you working at the moment?
Yeah, I'm working and studying at
Okay.
the same time.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm working.
Okay. So yes, for example, right? You have a good career as a woman. You make over £80,000 a year, right? You're gonna want a guy who's making more than you, subconsciously. When a woman starts making more money than a man, right? You don't want a man to make more than you. So the reason why I'm saying a man should never pursue a woman is because, yes, for example, you're getting to know a guy right now, you're dating a guy right now, and he pursues you. He's basically showing you that you have more value than him because he's pursuing you, right? Like,
Doesn't
example,
make
right?
sense to
No,
me.
no, just listen. It does make sense. Just listen to what I'm trying to say. It doesn't make sense. Just listen to what I'm trying to say before you respond, right? It does make sense because if I chase something or pursue something, that's me saying that's more valuable to me than it is to you. So the reason why a man should never pursue a woman is because it brings leverage to you, right? And the reason why, the reason why a lot of women don't respect men nowadays? Because a lot of women have too much leverage in relationships, right? So, for example, right, let me ask you this question, right? When was the last date you went on with a guy?
Sorry?
When was the last date you went on a guy? When was the last date you went on with a guy?
That was when I was 18. That was a long time ago.
So you haven't been on a date since then?
No.
You haven't been on a date for 6 years?
Yeah.
Smex?
Sorry?
Smex?
Sorry?
When's the last time you were intimate with a guy?
I haven't been intimate with a guy.
So you're a virgin?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's put it like this, right? Are you that type of woman you don't have sex till marriage?
Yes, I'm a child of God, so
Are you
I'm
Christian
a
or Muslim?
Christian. I'm a Christian.
Okay. And what was if you don't mind me asking, was you raised by mom and dad?
Yeah.
So
But
you're raised by a masculine father and a feminine mother.
unfortunately, my mom passed away when I was young, so it was my dad raising me up
Well, when did your mom pass?
when I was 12.
That's mad still. Yeah, my mom passed when I was 12 as well still. But my dad raised me in it as well. So what? So your dad's always been in your life type thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So he taught you how to be a woman basically after your mom passed away.
Basically, yeah.
So what was it that he taught? What was the main things he taught you how to carry yourself as a woman?
Basically, do house chores like cooking and stuff, taking care of my siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he say that a man values a woman that knows how to cook?
Hold on. Can you ask the question again?
Did he tell you that as a woman, you're meant to cook and respect your man and bring your man peace?
He taught me Bible scriptures. So in the Bible, it talks about women respecting their husband. So we should respect our men, but the man should love their wife.
Yeah, that's okay. So a woman should respect a man,
Yeah.
and a man should love a woman. But
Yeah.
why should a man respect a woman, and why should a woman respect a man?
What do you mean? There should
Why
be
do you think?
respect in the marriage
Yeah. Why? Okay, let me put it like this. Why do you think as men we demand more for respect than love?
because you're the man of the house, you're the leader, you're the one that provides, no? You're the head.
Right. And why, as a man, should we love a woman?
I don't know how to answer you that.
Okay, so like, let's put it like this, right? See, as men, right? We both love. We both love conditionally. Women and men love conditionally, right? But as men, we love more unconditionally, right? So let me give you an example, right? We as a woman, right? You don't need money to be high value, right? Your value is your virginity, your submissiveness, your femininity, and also your age. That's your value, right? And your beauty and your looks, your appearance. Our value is our looks, our money, our status, and our height. So as men, we will happily date a cleaner, a McDonald's worker, a Tesco worker, because money doesn't appeal to us. We have our own money as well. Does that make sense? So a woman's money is her money, my money is her money, my money. Does that make sense? So we will always love a woman because men are always more logical. As men, we're logical than women are. Let me give an example, right? The reason why the man is the head of the household, right, is because as men, we're generally more logical than women. We're more decisive and we're more logical. That's why we're the head of the household. So doesn't mean that it's dictatorship or dominance or superiority. No. What it means is that we make the most important decisions in the household. That's why as a man, we love more because we're more logical with it than women are. Women need to respect us more because as men, we're the ones that are in charge of things in terms of the house and everything. And we're the one providing for you. We're the reason why you have a roof over your head, you have a bed over your head, because you're sleeping in a bed, because as men, we want respect. As men, we care about reputation, right? So that's why this is why women love, respect us more, because more of an emotional thing. So it's like, when you respect a man, that's more of an emotional aspect. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Because for you to respect a man, that means you see him highly. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you respect a man, that means you see him highly, you deem him, you think of him highly, you hold him a high regard. When a man loves you, that means he holds you a high regard. So for me to love a woman, I have to hold you a very high regard for me to love you. Does that make sense? So in terms of the pursuing thing, right? I'm sure you're aware of simps nowadays. You're aware of what a simp is, right? You know what a simp is?
Yeah, I know what a simp is.
Right. So in terms of the woman pursuing the man, generally speaking, right? If the man is doing better than you in life, are you going to be the one that needs him more? Or are you going to be the one he needs more? What's it going to be? Who's going to be needing each other more? Let's have an example, you're dating a guy right now, and he's doing better than you in life. Who is more of the price, you or him?
It's not about who's more the
No, but
prize.
you're not answering my question.
I'm answering to you right
Let me
now.
break. It is kind of about that though. Let me break it down to you, right? If you're making 80K a year, and the man's making $500,000 a year, he's 6'2", he's built, he's in shape, he's handsome, he has a nice house, he has a nice car, and you make 80K a year, but you still live with your mom, or you live in a basic house, a basic flat, right? Is he gonna need you more, or are you going to need him more? Just be honest.
It's not about needing
You're not answering my question. Well, okay.
And why is it about a guy being fit? Like, why are you talking about looks
You're not listening to what I'm saying. The whole point of hypergamy is a man having more value. Does that make sense? When I asked you, do you want a man taller than you? You said yeah. When I asked you, do you want a man bigger than you? You said yeah. When I asked you, do you want a man who makes more money than you? Yeah. That's all more value. He's providing more value than you. So if a man's providing more value than you, that means you need him more than he needs you. If I'm doing better than you in life and I have more options than you, right? That means you need me more than I need you. It's not like a competition. It's just a psychological thing. So if you know a man makes more money than you, he's attractive, he gets a lot of women after him, he's a high value man, he has high SMV, sexual market value, that's a man who you need more than he needs you, because he's more high value than you. And it's not a bad thing, because women want a man that's more high value than them. So if you don't want a man that's more high value than you, that means you need him more than he needs you, because he's more on demand than you are on demand. You can find a high value woman everywhere. There's virgins everywhere. There's pretty women everywhere. But you won't find a handsome guy that's tall, in shape, attractive, makes a lot of money, confident in himself, and God-fearing all over the place. So generally speaking, as men, we are more high on demand, right? Because there's not many of us like the same how I am or how other people are, how I think. So that means you need that man more than he needs you. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say, or not really?
I do get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, because at the end of the day, you're saying that, the woman would need a man more, but men also need the woman in their
No,
life, right?
that's not what I said.
I
What
know
I'm trying
that's
to
not what
say,
you said, but that's the
no,
answer I'm giving you.
yeah, but that's not correlated to what we're talking about. When I asked you right now, you said the man's the head of the household. So if the
Yes.
man's the head of the household, that means you need him more than he needs you, because he's
No,
the head.
that doesn't
Because he's
make
the head.
sense. No.
It does make sense. Okay. No, it does make
We
sense. Your
both
ego.
need each other
One
in
sec.
the
No, 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 no,
marriage.
no, no,
There's
no,
no
no, no, no,
such
no.
thing about I need him
You're
more
not
than.
listening. You're not listening now. You're not listening. Listen
I
to what
am
I'm saying.
listening
One
and
sec.
I'm answering
One
you.
sec. You're getting
And you've been doing the
combative.
talking the whole time. I've been listening to you.
Now you're getting
Once I
combative.
give you an answer,
Now
you just feel some type of way about
I've
it.
not finished what I'm saying. So stop cutting me off, please.
Okay, just finish. It's fine.
Once I'm
Finish.
finished, you're not letting me finish.
You've
So
been
let me finish what I'm
talking.
saying. No, I will keep. It's my life. You're on my life. I can do
Oh,
what I want.
that's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Okay, so you just said that you want a man that's the head of the household. So if the man is the head of the household, right, that means that you need him more than he needs you, because he's the leader and you're the follower. He's following your lead. You're following his lead. A follower is not more superior than a leader. A leader is more superior than a follower. So if a leader is more superior than a follower, that means the follower needs to follow the leader, which means the leader is needed more than he needs you. Because you'll never catch a leader running after a follower. A follower runs after a leader because followers need leaders, right?
Okay.
And leaders need followers.
Okay. Can I say something?
Did you before you say anything? Did you understand what I said?
Yeah, go what you said.
So what? Okay, so what was I saying then? So I know you understand. So I know I'm not wasting my breath. What I'm saying.
I don't need to
No,
repeat it.
if you don't
Please,
need
let's
to,
move on, yeah?
no, we're gonna move on. Did you
Oh my
understand what I said
Lord.
to you? Did you understand what I said to you?
Literally said I understand what you said, but I don't need to repeat
Oh,
it.
no, I don't say you have to repeat it. Did you understand fully what I said?
I said, yeah, I do understand, but I don't agree with it.
Do you agree with what I said?
I don't agree what you said,
Have
and
a
it's
good day.
okay to disagree.
Have a good day then. Hello?
Hello.
What's good?
I got a question.
Is it personal?
No.
If it's personal, you'll get kicked off, so I'm giving you a chance.
No, it's not personal.
What's the question?
From a man's perspective, is it true that it takes a man 6 months to a year to know if he wants to propose?
There's no time frame in it.
So would you say that, I don't know, so if a man is with a woman for 5 years, but no ring, do you feel like that's a problem?
Say that again.
So if a man is with a woman for 5 years and there's no proposal, is that a problem?
6 months.
No, I would say like 5 years. So say there was their boyfriend and girlfriend for 5 years and there's been no proposal. Is that like an issue though?
For 5 years, he hasn't proposed to you.
Yeah. So as an example,
What do you think?
I think that's a bad thing.
So why are you asking then if you know it's a bad thing?
No, I like to ask Moses questions so I can get their perspective.
But it's obvious though, if a man doesn't propose to you for 5 years, that guy doesn't want you, innit? That guy, you're just a backup option for that guy. You probably give him tons of smecks and that, and he just likes you for that. That's what it is. He don't take you seriously. But how you can't really blame him though. If you can't vent this guy enough to understand this guy's making a fool out of you, that's your fault, innit? I can't lie to you. Because you know the thing is, right? A lot of women don't know how to vent women good. They don't know how to vent women good. They don't know how to vent men good, I mean. Like, a lot of you women go based on your emotions, but you don't go based on your logic. So, like, you'll be speaking to a guy, right? And you don't look at how he's behaving. You don't look at any red flags about him. You don't evaluate his behavior because you don't like him so much. So, like, it's like a psychological thing. When you like somebody so much, you can't see any bad things about them. But for me as men, we vent women better than women vent men. Let me tell you why. Because as men, we understand your nature and we understand male nature. So if I'm chatting to a woman, just an example, hypothetically, I'm dating a woman, I'm trying to get married to a woman, right? I don't know if I'm going to get married to her for about a year and a bit because I want to meet her mum. I want to meet her dad. I want to see what she's like around her family. I want to meet her siblings. I want to see how she behaves. And I won't implement any boundaries to her. I actually want her to show me who she really is because women eventually expose themselves. A lot of women mask who they are to try and fool me and manipulate guys and whatever. But for me, I'm not someone that can be fooled easily. I'm very observant. So for me, I would like to observe you for over a year and get to know you on a deep level and see if you're actually a good candidate for me. If you're not, you're just wasting my time and I'll keep it moving. But I think the problem men making that is that this is why it's very important as a man to not get your emotions involved. Like, I think it's all good for a man liking a woman, but I think as a man, you have to understand too much emotion as a man is not a good thing. It's a weakness because that's not in our nature to be emotional. It's in a man's nature to be logical. So if I'm logical, then what's my logicalness gonna do? I'm gonna be more observant. I'm gonna vent better. I'm gonna ask questions. I'm not gonna listen to what you're saying. I'm gonna listen to what actually you're doing. So there's a saying as men, don't listen to what she says, listen to what she does. What woman's saying do is two different things. Same thing for a man. If a man says he loves you, but his actions are opposite of what he's saying, then that's a red flag already, isn't it? If he's constantly trying to always touch you, he's very horny sexually, that's not a good for a man or a man that's respectable. If he stands for nothing, if he takes you to the clubs, if he met you in a club, that's already a red flag. If you both are in a club at the same time, you lot are both walking red flags. It's not the same. You both are walking red flags. If he's a man that has no purpose, red flag. So you need to understand a lot of women that men get married to, that is what happens is, right, a lot of men don't have purpose. So he might not necessarily have bad intentions of you not putting a ring in your finger for 5 years. But what it is that he has no purpose. So it's like, for me, if I'm chatting to a woman right now, I have a purpose while I'm speaking to you, right? It might be for sex, it might be for marriage, or it might be for unseriousness. It's still, even though it's not good, it's still a purpose, right? So you need to understand, when you're speaking to a man, what's your purpose with him, and what's his purpose with you? Ask him, what is your purpose? You might not go into detail. I don't have to go into detail for you to know my purpose, but I think it's more of an energy thing. Because as women, by your nature, you lot have better intuition than us. Because you lot have to have better intuition and more senses than us, because you lot aren't as physically strong as we are. So, like, for example, if you're walking in the street right now, let's say, for example, it's 2 a.m. right now, and you're in some parts of London, rough parts of London, right? And there's 10 guys walking behind you, trying to protect yourself, but you're using your intuition and your observation to keep yourself at arm's length. Does that make sense? So it's the same thing for guys. Always ask yourself, what energy is he giving you? What's his intention through his energy giving you? That's how you understand whether this guy's serious about you. But no guy that waits 5 years to propose to you, I don't know why you're even entertaining it, in my honest opinion to you. You know?
No. It's not a personal question. I was just saying.
You're not saying you, just in general.
Yeah, of course. But I was just saying that, like, there's women that are like in these, men are saying that it takes 6 months to a year, and you're saying that there's no timeline.
No, there's no time frame, because let me put it more so people can understand it better. some women be like, if he doesn't put a ring in my finger in 2 months, I don't want him. No, it doesn't work like that. Stop trying to rush the process of him putting a ring in your finger. Like,
2 months? That's crazy.
yeah, no, but some women are that entitled. They're like, if he doesn't put a ring in my finger for 6 months, in 6 months' time, he don't want me. No, it's not always like that. You need to look at his energy from when he starts speaking to you, and towards the end of the vetting process. The vetting process. So, just because a man doesn't put a ring in your finger in 6 months doesn't mean he doesn't want you. He might just be trying to observe you and find out about your family. So there's no time frame in terms of it's subjective. I might think I'm ready to get married in 3 months. Someone might think they're ready to get married in a month. Someone else might think they can get married next day. Who had to say they can't get married the next day? Some people are different. For me personally, I like to wait over a year because I think there's only so long as a woman you can mask how you actually behave towards me, and I'll catch you out. Eventually, I will catch you out. So I like to vent for long, and because I'm all about trust the process. So as a man, I think the reasonable time for a man to propose to you is about 18 months. I would say 12 months to 18 months. That's a reasonable time. That's what I would say. That's a good time frame. Because that year is a year to a year and a half, and it gives you time to get to know each other, see family, keep things mutual and respectful, and then towards that year you'll know more about the relationship. That's just how I see it.
Okay, and then just one last question. They say that you don't know someone until you live with them, right? So do you feel like it's good to live with someone when you're engaged or when you get married?
Say that again. I missed that last bit.
Do you feel like it's best to move in with someone in the engagement period or the marriage period?
Listen, you shouldn't be moving into someone until you're officially married. I wouldn't even get moving that fast, in my opinion. Like, I think no, it depends, because I think as a man, my principle as a man that I don't think you should think about getting married if you don't have your own property. I think you gotta have your own house first. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You live with your mom and dad, and you're getting married. Second of all, I think as a woman it's different. You can still live with your mom and dad before you get married because you're a woman. You're not a man. You're a woman. So it's different for you. But for a man, it's different because how my principles are, right, is that a woman moves into my property, my environment. So how can I get married to a woman, right, and I don't have my own property? So I think first of all, the man should have his own place before he gets married. But you never know what someone's like until you move in with them, because meeting someone for dates is two different things. But meeting someone on different dates is one thing, but someone moving into someone's house is two different things. So for me, one thing I like to do is how your character is when I'm first getting to know is how your character is going to be in the house. If you give off to me that you're hostile and how you behave, how can you bring me peace in the household? So before we even get married, I will know if you can bring me peace or not. So I will have an idea with what type of woman you are before I even end up living with you. Does that make sense? Because I'm a good character judgment. I'm a good judgment of character. So I'll vent your behavior and how your personality is, and then I'll know if you can move into my place or not. Just from that. Your environment, how close you are with your mom, how close you are with your dad. And you don't have to be close with your mom or dad to be a peaceful woman, but that helps. It helps a little bit because it shows you come from a stable household.
Yeah, 100%.
Does that make sense? So that is my answer in it. I think you never know someone until you move in with them. You also can know someone before you actually move in with them, because the red flags are always there, and that's my answer in that.
True, but there's some aspects like hygiene, not being able to clean the place properly, socks all over the place, not cooking, not washing the dishes. There's other elements that you won't really fully see until you're actually living with them. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna know if someone's dirty when before you've moved in, because some people can present themselves very well when you're dating them. You see what I'm saying? Like, some people, some men have some bad hygiene, but you don't know that their hygiene's bad because when you're going on dates with them, they're clean, like they're showered, they've armpit sprayed, and then when you actually live with them now, you're like, oh, he doesn't really shower like that. So
is this for you talking from experience or just in general?
No, in general, just general.
Okay, yeah, that's a point, right? But you kind of have an idea if a man has good hygiene or not. You women are good at sensing things like that. So I think as a man, if a man has good hygiene, it's not hard to tell if he doesn't have good hygiene. But if he doesn't have good hygiene, you can tell he doesn't. That's just how I think. But it sounds like you're talking from personal experience. The way you're,
No,
the
why?
way,
What? No. I'm not talking about personal. Why do people get say personal experience? No, it's not personal experience. I'm just talking about in general. I'm talking about issues that women are dealing with, and I'm just expressing it on the live.
no, the way you described it, like you've been through it before. And don't take it personal, though. I'm just saying, innit? It sounds like that.
No.
Doesn't mean you have been through it. Just saying, innit?
No, I've never lived with a guy before, but no. But I know these things before. Remember when I spoke to you about the whole like the men living with women thing, and then like if a man moving to a woman place, like he can't talk or say anything back because it's her place and he could kick her and she could kick him out. Like you see what I'm saying? That's all the same thing in them kind of dynamics.
Depends with the, like, it really depends on what type of woman you are. But majority of the, you see, the thing is, right, as men, we generalize. Generalization is not a bad thing. When we generalize a woman, it's the majority of women, right? The majority of women will not respect a man that moves into their place. There might be a 5% of them that might respect, they might still love you and respect you, but majority of women will not respect that. Does that make sense? So
Yeah,
for the type of woman you are, you would not have a man moving into your house and coming for you verbally. You would not have it. I can just tell, right? That's the type you are. That's not me trying to point out any flaws about you. I just know the type of woman you are, right? Some women are more, what's the word? They don't mind as much. But for someone like you would mind if a man moves into your place. You wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
And you would use it as leverage against him. I guarantee you. And it's just, because the thing is, as a man, right, you need, when I speak about certain types of topics, right, I talk about certain type of woman, innit? Not all the time, but certain type of woman. So for a certain type of woman like you, would you respect a guy, and would you let a guy tell you what to do in your own place when you're paying for majority of the bills? Would you respect him saying that to you?
No.
See, would you let's say, for example, hypothetically, your man moved into your place, right? Let's say you got a man and he moved into your place right now, and he dictated to you what time you cook. He said to you that I want to paint the house blue. Would you say, yeah, you can paint the house blue, or say no, you can't do that?
No, you can't do that.
But why is that though? Why can't he do it? Because it's your place, isn't it?
Exactly.
But if it was his place, you couldn't say anything to him, could you?
No, because it's his place.
Right. So who has more of the power now, you or him?
The one that has the place.
Why though? Why do they have more of the power?
Because they're the ones they're the ones paying the rent, they're the one paying the mortgage, so they have more say.
What if I paid all the bills in your house though?
You still wouldn't have any. Nah. You still wouldn't have any say.
Oh, okay. I tried to test you there. I wanted to see what you're gonna say. I know. I thought you would have said no. Because I've asked women that question. I just asked you now, and they fumbled the question, innit? So she just proved you lot a point. She proved my point. She proved you lot a point as well. You lot can pay all the flipping bills. You can donate as much money to bills as her, as much as you want. You can pay as much bills as you want to her. She's still not gonna respect you, because at the end of the day, if the name is in her if the house is on her name and you pay all the bills, it's still her house, innit? And she can be like, you know what? She can be like, I'm just gonna use this guy for 6 months of bills. Take all the bills for 6 months. Collect the rent, right? While she's making money herself and using it as savings. She can be saving 10 grand a month from that. 10 grand in the next 6 months, right? Because you're giving her money like that, innit?
Yeah,
and that's what women do, right? Some women will actually play you lot, right?
Yeah.
She'll act like she loves you and she respects you. She'll date you. You did that.
No. I said I get that, but at the same point, it's like if he can move into her house and pay all her bills, then he can get his own place and pay his own bills. Like, why would you wanna? You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to move into her house and pay all her bills when you can do that for yourself? You see what I'm saying? Like, something's not right.
Not really, because let me put it like this, right? You need to understand the average man is the average man's a simp, innit, right? So some man, right, will be in their last 2 pence, right? And they'll want to impress you so bad. They'll go broke trying to get respect from you. Does that make sense? So some men know they can't even they can afford it, but they're broke, innit? So it's like some man, let's say for example, your rent's £500 a month, right?
Yeah.
This guy will lose the £500 for you. He will pay the £500 just for you to validate him and say, I love you, babe. Some men just want, I love you. Some men actually do that for you to get sex all the time from you. You know that some men will spoil you financially, pay your bills in your own place because they want sex from you so much. Some men will do it because they want love from you so much. Some men will do it because they're insecure in themselves. So it's not like they cannot get their own place. It's that more of a thing. Their life is so focused on you. They want to validate you so much. So the reason why a lot of men pay women's bills at their own place is because a lot of men don't know their self-worth. A lot of men think, right, if I pay all your bills in her if I pay all the bills in her place, that means it's my property. No, it doesn't mean anything like that. Because your name's not on the property. If your name's on a property and then you're paying all the bills, that's more different. But it's still a psychological thing where she can say to you that it's still my place because I had the place before you. So I think as a man, if you're gonna pay all the bills, she has to be staying in your house, innit?
No, I get that, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, he's simping and that. But if he can pay all her bills, like say her bills are like £900, the rent is 500, council tax. Because remember, when you move into her place, her bills are now doubled. Because remember, when you got council tax as a single person, you get a single person discount. But when he moves in, the council tax is now doubled. Even though he's gonna pay all the bills, it's kind of like if he can do all of that, he can get his own place. You see what I'm saying? So something ain't right. But basically what it is he's homeless, but he's just using a woman as a way to like pay all her bills so that he can kind of secure himself. You see what I'm saying? He's kind of securing himself by paying all her bills, by taking the stress off her that was paying her bills before him, and now that he's there, he's paying all the bills. So it's like he's taking off the stress, but he's doing it in a way to like to secure himself, like to make sure that like I'm paying all her bills. But then if he can pay all her bills, he can get his own place and pay his own bill himself, because then he's got a peace of mind. You see what I'm saying? When arguments are going off with each other, he can't say nothing because like she's got the power over the property, so she can just kick him out.
No,
So as a man, you always gotta have your own security, which is having your own place.
No, and we both agree to that. I said the same thing, what you just said. We both just put it in both different ways, in it. But yeah, I agree with you still. Like, I think as a man, if you can pay £900 rent a month, you can get a property and save money. Like, but a lot of men, what I'm trying to say, this is my point. A lot of men focus on women so much, they can't focus on themselves. I can go about talking with girls for 3-4 years. And if I become a millionaire off that, I'm happy. I'm happy off that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a woman in my life. You know what I mean? I don't get girls anyway. But it's like, for me, I don't need to get girls. I don't need a woman in my life because my self-worth, it doesn't align with woman. My self-worth aligns with who I am. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't get woman, let's say for example, you call me ugly right now. I don't find you handsome, Damola. I don't care because I know I find myself handsome. I know I'm attractive as a man. So I don't define my validation of woman. I define my validation of me. So a lot of men, right, would rather get validation from women than focus on themselves. How many men cannot go about having sex for 1 year? How many men will struggle not having sex for 3 months? How many men couldn't do that? Most men can't, because most men don't have self-control, and most men rely on instant gratification nowadays. So what do men do? They go on corn, they beat their meat, they bash all day, they watch freaky movies on Netflix, right? Instant gratification. Rather than getting yourself in the gym, going for a run, making money, you'd rather do what sounds more pleasurable at the time, but it only makes you feel worse. So would I rather go through emotional turmoil and emotional abuse of a woman that does not respect me in her own place, or would I rather stack money, make my money, build my financial stability, then get my own house, whatever, or get my own place, then I can start dating or looking for or attracting a woman because I've built the foundation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of men don't want to do that. A lot of men don't want to do it because they want women so much. Like, how old are you, by the way?
23.
Do you, be honest with me, right? Do you get quite a few DMs from guys?
Yeah, of course.
Are they simps?
Some are. Half
What do you mean,
half.
like some aren't? What do you mean?
Some of them have like self-respect, like they know what they want. Some of the other men are going with the flow. So the men that know what they want, they're not simps. The men that are going with the flow, they tend to be simps as well.
I'll be honest with you. So you know, like all the guys in your DMs, right? Are they chasing you or are you chasing them?
They're chasing me.
That's a simp. They're simps. It doesn't matter if I'm going with the flow or not. They're simps, innit? No real high value man's gonna chase you. Not chase. It doesn't matter if she's flipping Rihanna. They're not gonna chase any woman that's a high value man. That's not gonna happen. So any man that chases you is not a high value man. I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm not sorry to break it to you. Maybe that's your sign. You got to attract better quality men.
Okay.
Possibly, it's a consideration, isn't it? Because think of it like this, right? Be honest with me right now. All the guys in your DMs are not guys you taking seriously in the DMs. You don't take guys seriously on this app. You're not gonna. A guy that's chasing you on social media, that's not a guy you respect. That's not a guy you admire or desire. The man that you desire is the man you're chasing. You're the man The man that you respect and desire is the man you're chasing and pursuing over he's pursuing you and chasing you. So all the guys in your DMs, right? You don't respect them. You just use them as an ego boost to you, to your self-esteem. There's nothing else but a booster for you. That's it. But you're never gonna link up with them, go on a date with them. You're never gonna meet up with them and say, "Hey, babe, you wanna go on a date?" It's never gonna happen. Like that's not gonna happen. And I know that I'm not stupid as a man. That's why I don't chase girls on social media. That's why I don't pursue girls on social media. The reason why, unless they message me first and I look in their profile and I like I like what I'm seeing. They're not dressing provocatively. They respect themselves. Then maybe I might consider you. But if you ain't doing those things, I don't think I need to take you seriously. And that's the same for men, right? Because think of it like this, right? Okay, let me ask you this question, right? You see, like, let's say, for example, 85% of men are chasing you. The other 15% that are not chasing you, who stands up more? The guys chasing you or the guys not chasing you? Who stands up more?
The guy that's chasing, because of his notifications will always come up on my phone.
No. Stop being clever. Stop being smart. You're being smart and clever. You're smart, but don't. I know what you're trying to do. Stop trying to be smart. Like when I say, stop trying to be silly, man. Like you know what I'm asking you, right? The guy that's not chasing you, does that make you respect him more than the other guys that are not chasing you? The other guys that are chasing you. So you can't even be honest, man. I know the answer to it.
No, but yeah. Of course, I respect the guy that's chasing. The guy that's not chasing is like, what are you doing? Like, he's probably got other options.
Let me break it down to you, right? Okay. Do you respect the guy that chases you? Do you respect the guy who chases you or doesn't chase you?
Chases.
You respect the guy who chases you?
Yeah.
Now you're lying. You're not being honest now. I don't entertain conversations that are not making any sense still. Like, so you respect a guy that chases you?
Yeah, because that means he wants to pursue me.
You just contradicted yourself just now, because you know how you contradicted yourself? Because if you respect a man that chases you, that means you respect a guy that moves into your place.
Nah. I don't respect that. No.
See, you're trying to be smart and clever.
So you're saying that the guy that's chasing, he lacks focus?
No. Do you understand what I asked you? Or are you just trying to be funny? Like, because when I asked you before, I said to you, would you respect a guy that moves into your place? You said no, you wouldn't respect a guy that moves into your place.
Yeah.
And what makes it different? You respecting a guy that chases you. What makes that different? Because surely a guy, right, that moves into your place is kind of chasing you, because he needs you. Why do you think men chase women? Because men need women. That's why they chase women. Well, some men act like they need women. That's why they chase you. Do you think I'm going to chase something I don't need? No, you chase something that you feel like you need. So if you're saying right now, you respect a man that chases you, that means you respect a man that moves into your place. So you just contradicted yourself in a way.
Nah, because because he can only get into my place unless he gets my permission.
No. But you wouldn't. Okay, listen. I know the answer. What I asked you, you know the answer. Let's keep it moving, innit? You know, you don't have to reveal it. We both know what the answer is. I'm not silly. I understand how women are. You understand how you are. How you lot are. You know, I get you don't want to reveal the secrets, but you know the truth, innit? Does that make sense?
Okay.
You know, so that's what it is, man. So what? So let me ask you this question, right?
Okay.
The man that chases you, does he get you, or the man doesn't chase you? Who gets you?
The one that's chasing because he's pursuing.
Nah. Now you're not being honest, innit?
The one that's not chasing, he's probably got other options as well.
So do you think a high value man will chase you?
Yeah, why not?
You're not thinking it. So you think a high value man will chase you?
A high value man will chase.
Would someone like Auntie Joshua chase you?
He's got options.
No, you're not answering the question. You're deflecting now. Would someone like Anthony Joshua chase you?
Probably not, but I don't know.
No, what do you mean probably? It's either he would or he wouldn't. Would he chase you?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't take you seriously, man. You have to come off the live. You started off good, but you're just lying. I can't have lies on my live, man. What's good, Miss P?
Hey, Damola. Yeah.
Are you on it
Let me
before?
speak this time, please. I just want to say something. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Never said he was, innit? But just continue. What
Okay,
was you
because
gonna
you
ask,
just
innit?
kicked me like that. I was like, what did I do? I just wanted to say something.
You came back for more, innit? What do you want to say?
No. It's for the third point.
Or someone's calling her.
But, every time I see things that go against the word of God, or it's just the contrary of the word of God, I'm going to tell you what the word said about a man not pursuing her.
She would pay 1,000 to take a picture of AJ. That is funny still.
So it's the man that should pursue the female. The thing you were saying earlier on about, the woman needing a man. But when God created Adam, he saw that he needed a helper, which is the woman. That's all I wanted to say.
I can't lie to you. You've not made any points in it. Like
I
get
did. The word of God, I've mentioned it. So one thing I want to say, anybody that's listening to the Damola, you better go and read the word of God to direct.
Have a good day, man. I can't lie. You just come back for that still. You didn't have anything productive to say. Have a good day, man. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is, guys. The leader is always going to be more superior than the follower. That's how it is. That's how it is. It's not rocket science. Bro, you're not influencing anyone. If I'm influencing one person, I'm influencing somebody. There's 41 people on my life. You've been on this life for like half an hour now. If you ain't got nothing positive to say, there's no point you being on this life. But I'm influencing a lot of people. You're not gonna stop what I'm doing. I have a purpose for me. You have a purpose for yourself. Stop watching what other people, someone else is doing in their life. Watch what you're doing in your life. It's that simple. It's that simple. These men are weak-minded. Listen, I've got lots of messages from guys saying you helped me, bro. You changed my life. So I know what I'm doing. Does that make sense? You can't. This is another thing. Real women don't knock off another guy's purpose. If a guy has a purpose, right? I think this is one of the most emasculating things to do to a man, right? When a man's trying to create a program or a platform, and he's trying to influence men to become better men, and you try to sabotage that and influence that, that's very emasculating to him. It's not emasculating to me, but it can be very emasculating because you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. You don't have to agree with the facts, what I say, but don't come on another guy's platform and try and knock off his hustle. Don't do that. Real women of dignity don't do that. That's another tactic. That's another thing I'll say to you, women, right? A lot of you don't want to be married and wifed up, right? But you don't support your man. Support your man. Don't knock off another guy's vision because you don't see the vision. Very, 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 very simple. Because one day if I hit 100K and that, you wouldn't be saying the same thing to my face. It's okay when I'm at 6K, 7K, 8K, 9K, 10K. But if I reach 100K one day, when I do reach a 100K one day, inshallah, you won't be saying the same thing to my face. You wouldn't be saying the same thing to me. So keep the same energy when I hit 100K. Because a lot of you don't have the same energy then. You don't. You won't. When someone makes it, you're like, damn, Damola, I believed in you this whole time. Damola, remember when I was like 6K? You didn't remember me. You didn't support me. So just keep the same energy, man. You know what I mean? When I hit 100K one day, keep the same energy, guys. Like I do remember people. I remember the people that supported me. I remember the people that believed in me. And I remember the people that doubted me. So I remember everybody. So the same people on here now, I remember you lot. I'll remember you lot. Hello?
Hello.
What's good?
Hi. I just wanted to ask a question.
Is it we're gonna be respectful?
Yeah, no, it's what you said on the live, like the blue text.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you said to never cry in front of a woman. I want to ask why.
How old are you, by the way?
18.
You're a bit young still, but you're 18.
Yeah.
That's calm still. I think it's 18 plus on this live, so you're good.
All right, cool.
So, have you been in a relationship before?
No.
She's not too young for this. She's an adult. She's an adult. You'll be surprised, but some 18-year-olds are more wise than 25-year-olds I speak to. So never judge a book, but I'll give her a chance in it to see what she's gonna say in that. But don't just think 18-year-olds are immature. Like some 18-year-old girls are mature than more 30-year-olds. That's a fact. Not all of them, but some of them. I've met some more mature 18-year-olds and 30-year-olds. That's a fact. So my response to what you asked me is, it's not like a man shouldn't cry in front of a woman. It's just better not to, because a lot of the time, if a man cries in front of a woman, right, that gives you more leverage and power in the relationship, innit? Because if a man's crying to you, right, and he does it a lot, it can become a dynamic where you start to lose respect for him a little bit because he's being too vulnerable. You can be vulnerable as a man, but not be too vulnerable. That's why a man shouldn't cry in front of a woman. And second of all, as well, you lot don't understand male nature. We understand your nature. You don't understand what men go through every day. We understand what women go through in some aspects.
Sorry, not to cut you off. Question: why do women not understand men's nature, but men understand women's nature?
Because generally speaking, men are more logical than women, and women are more emotional. So you lot operate more on how you feel. We operate based on what the facts are. So why do you? Okay, let me hit the nail on the head right now. Right, men want to learn about female nature. Do you think I woke up one day and just understood women like how I understood you now? No, I don't. I had to learn about you, study you lot, experience you lot, observe you lot. Women don't need to understand the male nature because it's not in your nature to understand us. It's in your nature, right, to just follow your nature. That's your nature. So as a woman, you will never understand the life a man goes through because you see life on your terms and how you lot feel. We see life let me land. We see life collectively. We see life like organic, universe, like objectively. So it's like, for example, like we see life how life really is. As from young as men, we had to hold ourselves accountable from young. When we're out of shape, none of our male friends tell us, "Oh, bro, you look good out of shape." No, they don't tell us that. They tell us, "Get us off in the gym, get us lazy ass in the gym." Women don't do that. Women will lie to their friends when they're out of shape and say, "You look beautiful, man. You look good. You go, girl. You baddie." But she ain't a baddie. She's out of shape. But a man will be like, "Damola, get yourself in the gym, bro." So generally speaking, we understand you lot more because we're more logical than you lot are, and women understand us less because you lot are more emotional, and you lot are more emotionally invested into yourself than you are into us. This is why, as men, we have to be very emotionally available to you, because you lot's emotions are always fluctuating. One minute you're happy, one minute you're sad. One minute you're angry, one minute you're unhappy again. Your emotions are like the weather; they change like the weather. So as men, we have to be more logical to understand you emotionally better. Does that make sense? That's why, as a man, we can't cry in front of you, because we have to be the leader.
But okay, cool. I understand your point, but being a man doesn't mean you can't show your. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans, right?
Yeah.
Right. So what is wrong with a man crying? I don't see the
I,
problem
ne-
with a
I
man.
never I never said there's anything wrong with a man crying. I said a man should never cry in front of his wife. Never said there's anything wrong with crying. I think as a man, there's a way of crying that's doing it with humility and class, right? So when you're a man that's crying in a woman's lap all the time, it's not humility. There's nothing respectful about that, and she will over time lose respect for you. So as a man, if I'm gonna cry, I cry to myself or I cry to my boy. That's who I think you should cry to, or your mom or dad. That's about it. But I think when you cry to your wife, you're setting yourself up for failure as a man. So I think a man can cry. There's nothing wrong with a man having emotions. You just can't always show your emotions.
All right. Also, another question: are you talking from experience?
No, I'm talking from I'm generalizing the situation.
Right. Okay. And also, what you said to cry in front of your boy. So would you pick crying in front of your boy over your girl, your wife? I would say.
So what did you say?
I was saying, you said if you had to pick someone, like you're saying to cry to your boy, right?
Yeah.
So you would rather pick your boy to cry over than your wife.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that? Because when you're in a marriage, you're in a covenant, right?
When you're in a marriage.
You're in a covenant, right?
What do you mean, like partnership?
Yes.
That's some beauty, some big word there. I never heard someone say that before. What do you mean?
It's in the Bible. So I don't understand if you're in a partnership with your wife, why you would rather turn to your boy and cry when your wife is right there.
Because women don't love unconditionally, women love conditionally. That's why.
Wait,
So
repeat.
like, the only woman that will love me unconditionally is my mother. So why would I cry in front of a woman when I can cry in front of someone that will love me unconditionally? Let me ask you, do you think your husband will feel more safe crying with you or their mum? Be honest. Just be honest. Don't get your emotions, just be honest. Just be
No,
honest.
okay, but if you ask me a question, you have to let me think here.
Yeah, but just answer it logically, though, innit? Don't answer it based on how you think. Ask it in terms of the majority of men, would they feel more comfortable crying in front of their mum or their wife? What do you
Okay,
think?
but can we just... Okay, can I ask a question?
After you answer my question, yeah, you can answer the question.
All right, but it depends though. Imagine if the man doesn't have the best relationship with his mum.
You're not really answering my question. I'm talking about the majority of men. Majority of men that are close to their mum and they're close to their wife, would they rather cry in front of their mum or their wife?
Wife?
You're not being honest now. It's your ego. It's like you're not being honest. Like, so you're trying to tell me majority of men would rather cry in front of their woman than their mums?
Yeah, the wife.
No, they wouldn't, because you're not making any sense. I knew you would say that. They wouldn't, because okay, let me ask you this question, right? Before you ask me a question, right? You know, if you're married to a man, would you expect him to put his mum before you or you before his mum?
Wait, sorry, can you repeat that question?
Should a man put you before him or his mum before you?
Me before his mum, yeah. I don't understand why that's funny.
So what? I just knew you would say that, and I knew you would say that. So you think, right? So let's just get this straight. You think a man should put his wife before his mother? That is crazy, bro. That is mad.
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
So you would rather your man put you before his mom?
Yeah, because when you're in a marriage, you leave your parents and your commitment is your wife. So therefore she is your priority.
I can't. What you said is a red flag, you know. It's a red flag what you said. You know why?
Go.
Because it shows selfishness a little bit. A woman raised me, put me in this earth. I'm the reason why I'm living. My mom's the reason why I'm living today. She birthed me. She raised me, and I'm gonna put a woman that's not raised me, a woman that's basically with me for my money and my looks and my body and my personality over a mother that's loved me unconditionally. I'm gonna put her before my wife. No chance. Any real man with any morality and integrity will put his mother before his wife.
All right, cool. There's someone that asked a question in the comment which was really good. So would you want a woman to put her dad before you?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
because think of it like this, right? It's like if it's her dad, that's her first love. Her dad's the first father that loved her. So of course you're gonna put her dad before me. That's not a silly. That's not even a silly. That's not even a question. What kind of question is that? I would want her to put her dad before me because if she puts her dad before me, that means she respects herself as a woman. If she puts her dad before me, that shows her relationship with her dad.
But
And every man
isn't
wants to
her
close
first
relationship.
love though.
Huh?
Her dad isn't her first love though.
No, she is. It is because
No.
that's the first one. Give me a chance to learn. It might have sounded wrong how I said it, but it is the kind of the first love in a way. Because if she loves her father, that will give her the image of men being loving people. Does that make sense? If you have a good relationship with your father, right, that means you have more trust in men. If you've been raised by a bad father, a narcissistic father, abusive father, a father that's not emotionally available to you, you're subconsciously you're not gonna have trust in men because your father's not a good man. So if a woman's close with her father, that's the woman that kind of respects herself and respects her man, respects the man in her life, because that's the father the father in your life is the man that you're meant to respect the most, and your husband, because the father's the one that raised you to be the woman you are today. So if she says she puts me before her father, that's a red flag. I'll take it as a red flag because your father raised you to be the woman you are today. Your father actually even birthed you, even though you didn't come from his womb, he still birthed you because genes are 50-50. Your mom and dad created you. Wasn't this your mom that created you? Your mom and dad created you. So if she told me she put me before her dad, that's a red flag.
Right. Also, so in so how would you rank like your wife and your mum and your dad like in order?
Mom, dad, and my wife.
Mum, dad, and your wife.
I put my dad before my wife. Because
Right.
my dad raised me as well. My dad raised me. So my dad's before my wife. Because respectfully, my dad loves me more unconditionally than my wife. Respectfully. Let's be honest. If I need help financially or things or something's going on in my life, I'm gonna be calling my dad as well.
But then what? Like, what's your wife there for? When these things come, like,
You're there on the conditions of what I bring to you, and I'm there on the conditions of what you bring to me. It's transactional.
right.
And
So when you're in a marriage,
you won't be with me if I'm broke or my breast stinks or I have a shit body. You won't be with me if I'm not confident in myself. You won't be with me if I don't respect myself as a man. You only be with me on a condition that I respect myself, I'm high value, I make money, I'm a provider, I'm a protector, and I'm a leader. So everything in a marriage is conditional. So if it's only conditional love, that means that why would I put you before my mom and dad? That makes no sense.
right? Okay. So when things are hitting the fan in the marriage, the first person you'll turn to is your mum and your dad.
Yeah, yeah. Because the thing is, I wouldn't want to go to my wife about any problems. That's it. You see the ego we have as men. We don't like being vulnerable. As a man, I don't like to be vulnerable. But I understand as a man, we have to be vulnerable at some stage. We have to be. But it's not a weakness being vulnerable, but it's a weakness being too vulnerable all the time. So, yes, for example, I'm married. Hypothetically, I have 3-4 kids where I'm married, where I've got a wife, and I'm struggling financially. I wouldn't want to dump the struggles into her. I'd rather dump the struggles into my parents more because they're more inclined to receive it more well
But
because I'm
then,
a child.
but
So
then,
that I
wouldn't you
know.
say that that's being selfish, though?
You're not letting me finish. Just let me finish what I'm
All
saying.
right, go on.
Just let me land, innit? Let me finish what I'm saying. I would rather not dump my struggles onto you before I can dump my struggle into my parents. Because my parents have always been there for me when I'm being broke, when I've been rich, when I've been confident, when I've been low in self-esteem. So I would rather go to them first and ask them a solution what I do before I go to you and tell you. That's me protecting you, protecting the kids, and protecting myself.
Right.
Because a real man solves problems. A real man doesn't solve a solution before he goes to somebody. As a man, we're problem solvers. So if I'm broke or something happens, emergency or something happens, I'm not thinking, how am I gonna cry to my wife and be vulnerable tomorrow? I'm thinking, how can I solve this right now? How can I be a problem solver and solve the situation I'm in? That's how men think. We think like
Yeah,
this.
I'm not telling you to cry, but you can just go to your wife and tell her what's going on. Because, like, in my opinion, don't you see that that's being selfish?
No,
Like, your parents have their own relationship. You
no,
have a wife,
yeah, yeah.
and you're let's say you lose your job and you've gone broke. That's not something that you should turn around and tell your parents. Okay, of course you can tell your parents that, but I feel like the first person that you should go to is your wife and tell her what's going on.
But
I don't think you should be left in the dark about that.
that's what you think. But that's not the best thing to do because the thing is, right?
Yeah, but I think that's just logical.
It's not logical. It's not because as men, let me tell one thing, right? Men go through. Men struggle in silence when they're married. You know that, right? And there's a lot of
Well,
things, right?
but that's a choice though. They don't need to.
You're not letting me land. This is the thing. Just let me finish. Don't just talk to respond. Don't just listen to respond. Listen to what I'm actually saying. Then respond. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say to you is that a real man is not going to bring you problems in his life. A real man's going to try and solve the problems by himself and with his family, his mom and dad. So if a real man brings chaos to your life and problems to your life, that's not a real man. Because what happens is that when I start stressing, you start stressing. So I would rather not bring that stress and negative energy into the household and be a man that can suck it up like a man and be a man about it and problem solve. This is why men need to be problem solvers. Because listen, as a man, life is never easy as a man. So if I'm always going to you about everything, it causes the issue in the relationship because respectfully, right? My wife doesn't need to know my business 24/7. There's some things that I'm a very private guy. And even in a marriage, I'm private. So there's a lot of things you don't need to know about me. You don't need to know my vulnerable things about me. You don't need to know everything about me. What the big mistake men do, right?
Wait, sorry, is that on the question why?
One sec, let me finish. A big mistake that men do is they open up too much. Way too much. And what happens is, right? I'm not saying you're like this, right? But a lot of women will use the information that men give them as a source of manipulation tactics in the relationship. So it's like the more vulnerable things you know about this guy, the more you'll use it to exploit him in a relationship.
Right. So when you get married, okay, what are the certain things that you'll hide away from your wife? Can I just ask that question?
Not hide away things I wouldn't tell you how much money I make.
What?
My
Okay,
insecurities.
would you expect her to tell you how much money she makes?
She doesn't well, in a sense, I kind of have an idea how much she makes because
Would you have an idea of what you make?
if I'm living with her, I have an idea how much she's making. But put it like this, right? She would even tell me how much I'm making anyway. I wouldn't need to ask her. She would tell me because women naturally have are more open than men. Women are more open, communicate more communicative, whatever the word is. Women are better communicating in terms of being open
Yeah,
than men
100.
are. So as men, we are more closed off in terms of we are more cautious. So you need to understand as a woman, you can tell me how much you make. It doesn't make you any less of a woman saying that. But when a man tells you how much he makes, that makes him less of a man. Because no real man's gonna tell you about his finances. Real man keep that quite privately. If I'm making money, why have I got to tell you I'm making money? It's the
Okay.
energy thing. If I'm making money and I'm confident in my financial situation, why do I need to tell you how much money I'm making if I'm comfortable myself? I
Okay.
know I've got things together in my house. I know I've got a nice house, I've got a nice car. So why do I need to tell you how much I'm making? Because I'm
Okay.
already providing for you anyway. If a
Cool.
man's providing for you comfortably, why do you need to know how much money he's making? You're just being nosy. So there's things you don't need to know.
All right. Cool. What do you think trust in the marriage is?
Trust in
In a
terms of a man or
marriage,
woman.
both. Like in a marriage, what do you think trust is?
Your trust is love, our trust is respect and peace. That's the answer. So the more you respect us and trust us, the more you respect us and bring us peace, the more we trust you, and the more we love you, in the sense that we do the things we're meant to do as a man, the more you trust us. So
No, you don't.
trust is about submission, right? You only submit to a man that you trust. You don't
Right.
submit to a man you don't trust. So as a man, we only lead a woman that we trust, and you submit to a man that you trust. So trust is having the capability of understanding, right, that my role is my role, your role is your role. You understand your role is to love and nurture, my role is to provide and protect and be a leader. That's my role. So how can you build trust from that? A man that has action, a woman that has action, not saying one thing and doing the other. You both know you both understand the assignment. My role is a role, your role is a role, you have your role, I have my role, right? So your role as a woman is to love, nurture, right? Be there for your man, support your man, love and nurture your children. And my role is to provide and protect and lead. So that's how you build trust from doing those things as a man and woman. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's how you build trust.
Also, sorry, another question. I'm asking so much, but so you've listed the roles of a man. Do you think a lot of these men are meeting up to that expectation in this generation?
What do you think?
Personally, no, but I'm
No,
asking
there was passive aggressiveness in the answer still. That question. Because you think you see the thing, this is one thing you lot do, right? You lot try and think you're smart and clever. I'm always one step ahead of you lot. But let me tell you one thing. That wasn't a question that was sincere. It didn't scream genuineness and sincerity. It screamed more like passive aggressiveness. I don't like it disrespecting me personally, but it was more of like an indirect cuss at men in it, in an indirect way.
I mean,
You didn't want to, instead of you blatantly saying how it was, you wanted to try and be passive aggressive about it to be
okay,
sweet.
so how can I have said it differently? Because I'm just asking the
No,
question.
there's no way
Do
you
you
could have
think?
said it. There's no way you could have said it differently. I just knew where you're going with it. That's why I know. That's why I asked you.
Oh
Why you
no, I'm
asking?
just asking an innocent question, and I'm gonna ask it the same for women as well. I'm just asking: do you think that like what the role for a man that you listed? Do you think most of these men are meeting that expectation?
What do you think?
I just answered. I said no, but what do you think?
So if you think that, what do you think I think?
Am I your brain?
But think about it. If you think that way, what do you think? How do you think I think? Majority of the time.
Listen, but we don't have the same mentality.
But it's not about having the same mentality. The facts are facts, isn't it? So if it's a fact, how can I disagree if it's a fact? How much men make 100K a year?
I have no idea.
Can you agree only a small percentage of men make 100K a year?
I mean, I can't say yes or no because I have no statistics
Okay, okay,
against.
let me give you an example. The only man that can become a millionaire is a 1% man. That's a rarity, right? That's not the majority. That's the exception, right? So
Right.
if majority of men are not making over 100K a year, that means most men ain't making 100K a year, doesn't it? So it's not about what you think and what I think. It's just a fact of what it is, isn't it? So majority of men ain't making that much money a year. So we both know that what the truth is, isn't it? But let me tell you one thing. In the UK, men are still making more money than women, by the way. You lot are starting to increase your financial, you lot are becoming better, but men are starting to make more money than women as well still. We're still making more than you. It's just that nowadays, women make more money in the corporate jobs. in tech jobs. You lot are bossing the careers in retail. We are more in construction, bricklaying, electrician, plumbing. Does that make sense? So you lot have your niche, you have our niche. You lot make money more in the commercial side of the things, like terms of TV presenting, commercial jobs. You can even say even modeling, because there's more of a bigger modeling community around women than it is for men. That's why women make more money as a model than men do. Men can be a millionaire from being a model, but women tend to be more millionaires from being models than men do, right? Because there's more of a market for women in the modeling industry than men is. But in construction, there's more men, right? 95%, right? 95%.
Wait, so can I ask where you're getting your source from?
What do you mean? What I'm getting my source from?
Like you're saying 90%, like you're saying percentages.
Well,
Can I
okay,
ask
so
like
if
where you're
I
getting
can
this?
listen. You can go online and check it yourself, innit? But 90% of bricklayers are males. That's not
Right, okay.
that's not me lying. Go off and look at it. Only 10% of bricklayers are women. That's a fact. So if only 90% of bricklayers are males, what does that say? Go up and look at it. I know the facts. I know what the facts are. I know what the facts are. I've looked it up. I don't even need to go off my phone and check it. I know what it is. So the thing is, the power of a fact, right? A fact is a fact, innit? Whether you look like it or not. You just cannot argue with the facts, man.
All right, yeah, sorry, continue.
So what do you want to say? What do you want to say?
Oh yeah, I also wanted to ask,
So was that right?
wait, was what right?
Did you check it?
Oh no.
See what she's trying to do? She's trying to deflect.
Do you want me to check it?
Listen, just check it and come back. Why? Oh, just say I was right. Just say I was right.
Like,
It's your ego. Like this, instead of having a big ego, just say
okay,
I
wait,
was right.
listen. I haven't checked it. If you want to check
You know,
it, I will go and check it. If you're right, I will say you are right.
You're trying to gaslight me. You did check it. You did definitely check it. You think you're clever and smart. You're not smart.
Look,
checked
if you want me to, okay, wait, listen. If you want me to check it, I can go and check it. If you're right, I will say humbly, you are right. There's no problem in that.
Go and check it, then I come back.
Right, like I don't like.
Check it and come back. She therefore checked it. I know she checked it. It's just her ego. Her ego is too big to admit I was right. See, woman's ego, man. Just say I was right, man.
Okay, I just checked it. Calm down. It says 12.6% women are.
Was it? Did it? Was it? Listen. I was basically kind of right. So the point is.
Yeah, you are right. Yeah.
Okay.
Just let me finish talking. But yes, you're right.
Okay. So the point is, I was right. So the thing is, it's a fact in it. So whether you think it's right or whether I think it's right, it's still a fact in it. And that's my whole point. What I'm saying. But continue, man.
Oh wait, I forgot what I was going to ask. Anyway, yeah, thanks. That's all the question I wanted to ask.
Yeah, man, have a good one, innit?
Oh.
But yeah, man, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Definitely, she's smart. Yeah, for 18, even though there was a bit of immaturity, a little bit, she's more mature than some 25-year-olds I know, and 30-year-olds I know. You know? But yeah, that's what it is, guys, man. That's what it is. Women make most of the income from men. That is kind of statistically true, innit? Look at pornography, right? Why do you think women are making OnlyFans? Why do you think a lot of women, right, are making money from OnlyFans? You know, because men made corn, you know that. Men made corn, you know that. Women didn't make it, men made it. So a lot of women make money off the men. It's not just off them, it's off them, it's off us. You know? And also as well, in the modern industry, there's more women in the modern industry than men. But it's starting to change now. More men are starting to become more models. That's the man's fault. They're paying for it. Yeah, it is the man's fault, but it's also your fault if you expect to get a man that's gonna marry you from there. So it's okay to be. You can be a corn star if you don't want to be a corn star, but don't complain when you're not married and when you're 35. Don't complain when you're single, bitter and angry. You know, because that's always gonna do to you, make you angry and bitter at the world, innit? But yeah, I agree with you. A lot of men are at fault for that. If men today say, you know, I'm gonna stop buying OnlyFans, I'm gonna stop buying this and that, women wouldn't be making no money. Look at countries like slavery, countries like Romania, Lithuania, them type of countries, African countries, Caribbean countries, right? Some countries like there was like slavery there, innit? Right? And you know why a lot of women are moving to the UK? Because a lot of women are moving to America now in the UK. Because in the UK, corn is very big, and in America, corn's very big, innit? So a lot of women are becoming corn stars from foreign countries, which is stripping them off poverty and making them rich. That's why you see more single mothers now, or women say I don't need a man, because what it is that men are starting to give women money now, sexually. So women now know they can use their beauty, their prettiness, their body to make money. That's what it is, isn't it? That's why a lot of women say I don't need a man, because for that reason. So yeah, man, as men we're at fault for that, man. As men we're at fault. We can't complain about that as men. But yeah, man, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up now, man. It's getting late. But yeah, man, I'll catch you guys in a bit, man. I'll catch you guys in a bit.